There used to be a person called Doctor. He arrived on the Ficti island from somewhere and started to live on the southern cliff of the island. He stayed in the residence in the south and repeated strange experiments, never going out. The residence was a huge one, over the mountains where the mountainess lived. Not many people went to this residence because they didn't want to go through the mountainous territory. No one knows how he got hold of a residence in such a distant place from the towns of the island. There are a few more strange things. Ficti Daily, the only newspaper on the island, never reported this person. Ficti Daily was, and still is, a local paper, but not a gossip one. The journalists and writers from the newspaper always do good research and write the issues. Their job is to tell what is happening on the island, and the journalists are particularly good about it. A person like this, mysterious and seems to have enough money from outside, must have been their favorites. This is not a bad person, quite many people in town were thinking. They were fond of new things and fond of people coming from the outside world. It was part of their tradition to accept those people, since those who had come to this island were usually travelers who were exhausted from long journeys. However, this person never came to the town or even out of the residence. A housekeeper was visiting a few times a week, and she said this person was an old man who was really into experiments. Even though she used to see him, she knew nothing about the details of these experiments. Many rumors were spread, such as about funny creatures seen around the place, or his collecting strange mechanics. People tend to forget what's not related to themselves. They were busy with their daily lives and dealing with house chores. Many months and years went by. After so many storms, humid evenings, quiet rainy days, and sea waves, the death of the doctor was told. Again, Ficti Daily did not report it, so maybe the housekeeper told the story. Newspapers are not that useful for this kind of thing. They do not follow someone who arrived here, lived without any contact with local people, and passed away secretly. No one knew who he really was after all. It happened a few weeks after his passing. There rose something round and gold, shining, and just on the mountain. It was the direction of the doctor's residence, but he does not live anymore. Again, no one wanted to go through the mountainous territory, so people were just observing from town. It's not known how the housekeeper was managing to go to his residence over the mountain. It's a long distance from this side of the island. There are said to be some people in between town people and the mountainous, so she could be one of those. Even though this round and gold thing shines during the night, but not as burning bright as the sun, nor does gentle and silver wrapping shine like the moon. It was weak, almost disappearing, but still visible just behind the mountains. People started to call it the mountain moon. The funny thing is, it does not show up always. It was seen vaguely in daytime, or quite shining on a new moon night. So more mysteries were added. Is it always there in the same spot, or does it move mechanically? Is it a natural object or an artifact? By whom? What for? People started to say it must be the doctor's object, not the mountainous. The mountainous never had done something like this ever. It can be easily linked to the newcomer, not the original indigenous people. But anyhow, nothing was revealed, very unclear. While everyone's wondering, the Ficti Daily, the newspaper, finally released an article.